This massive 1933 DUVANT isn't a high-speed racer, it's a marathon runner. It generates massive power at incredibly low RPMs. Unlike modern engines that start with a key or button, the DUVANT is brought to life by compressed air. To start it, the operator must manually prime the oiling system and then release a blast of air to shove the massive piston into motion. It represents an era where heavy duty meant an engine that weighed as much as several modern pickup trucks combined. The MACK B series is widely considered the most iconic American truck of the 20th century. Produced between 1953 and 1966, it moved away from the boxy pre-war look to a mid-century modern aesthetic with beautiful rounded fenders and a sloped hood that defined the visual identity of American trucking for a generation. The Gardner 8L3 is a massive, slow-revving beast. With a 24.1-liter displacement spread across 8 cylinders, it's built for endurance rather than speed. Producing 204 horsepower at a mere 1,200 RPM, it prioritizes massive torque and incredible fuel efficiency, making it a legendary choice for locomotives and heavy marine vessels. TS uniqueness lies in its thermal efficiency, reaching levels in the 1950s that many modern engines struggle to beat today. It's famous for running forever, as long as it has oil and fuel. The GT027 is a powerhouse born from defeat. While most industrial generators of the era were heavy, lumbering piston engines, the PIRNA 027 retained the soul of a fighter jet. It can go from a cold start to full power in under 30 seconds. Most diesel generators of that size would still be warming up their oil. At only 176 kilograms, it produces over 215 horsepower. In the 1960s, a piston engine with that much power would have weighed 5 times as much. Unlike the thud-thud of a typical generator, the PIRNA 027 starts with a signature high-pitched turbine scream, a haunting reminder of the jet planes it was originally meant to power. Bucyrus ERIE 50B wasn't just a machine. It was a mechanical titan that bridged the gap between the age of steam and the dawn of internal combustion. Rugged and reliable, it was the workhorse of choice for the massive infrastructure projects that shaped the early 20th century. The 50B is a transitional fossil of the engineering world. It was unique because it was truly universal. At a time when most shovels were stuck on railway tracks, the 50B could be fitted with crawlers for mud and dirt, railroad wheels for heavy mining, large rollers for soft ground. It was the first shovel of its size to successfully transition from steam to diesel-electric power using the same basic frame. It didn't just dig holes. It proved that heavy machinery could be mobile, adaptable, and nearly indestructible. When you see a modern excavator today, you're looking at the great-grandchild of the 50B. The AVIA A30, produced in Czechoslovakia under license from Renault Savium, was the backbone of Eastern Bloc logistics in the 1970s. By 1978, it had matured into a reliable, versatile workhorse known for its distinctive blue cab and humming diesel engine. An interesting historical quirk is that nearly all AVIA trucks left the Letňany factory in a specific shade of blue. This wasn't just a stylistic choice, it became a visual trademark of Czechoslovak commerce. In the late 70s, seeing a line of blue Avias was the definitive sign that a city was being supplied. Despite its French origins, the Savium SG4, the A30 became so deeply integrated into Czech culture that it is still viewed today with intense nostalgia as a symbol of 20th century industrial pride. The 1915 HOLT Caterpillar combine engine is a fascinating relic from the era when horsepower was literally transitioning from animals to iron. This engine isn't just a piece of farm gear, it's a direct ancestor of the modern tank. During World War I, British observers saw HOLT's massive engines and Caterpillar tracks effortlessly hauling grain over soft mud. They realized that if it could move a multi-ton combine, it could move an armored fortress. The Gardner 8L3B is often called the Rolls-Royce of diesels, and for good reason. It represents a bygone era of British engineering where overbuilt was a compliment. If you see a vintage trawler still working the North Sea today, there is a high probability the Gardner 8L3B is thumping away in the engine room. The 8L3 is the ultimate heavyweight. Its massive 14.6-liter inline-8 block generates 150 horsepower at a slow, rhythmic 900 RPM. This isn't about speed. It's about relentless, fuel-efficient torque and a cast-iron build designed to outlive its owners. It remains the gold standard for marine durability and efficiency.
Yeah.
Measure the feet.
In the mid-1950s, fire departments across the U.S. began transitioning from open-cab, parade-style trucks to enclosed cabs like this GMC. These blue-chip trucks were the workhorses of small-town America. What makes this specific rig a standout is its twin-six lineage and the iconic mustache grille. While many competitors were moving to V8s, GMC stayed loyal to massive, high-torque inline-six engines that could run a water pump for hours without overheating. In the 1970s, the Soviet Union placed one of the largest truck orders in history, purchasing nearly 10,000 McGarris DEUTZ trucks powered by these F12L 413 engines. They were sent to Siberia to build the Baikonur mainline, BAM. While other liquid-cooled engines cracked and failed in the 45°C Arctic frost, the air-cooled DEUTZ kept humming. It earned a reputation for being nearly impossible to kill, becoming a symbol of reliability in the most inhospitable places on Earth. The TATRA 138 4x4 is the agile little brother of the iconic 6x6 variant. While sharing the same bulletproof air-cooled V8, the 4x4 was primarily built for specialized roles like fire trucks, tankers, and utility work, where a shorter wheelbase and tighter turning radius were more valuable than sheer heavy hauling capacity. During the 1960s and 70s, the TATRA 138 4x4 became a hero of the Czechoslovak fire service. Because the air-cooled engine didn't require a cooling liquid, fire crews could drive the trucks directly into high-heat zones or leave them idling in sub-zero winters for hours without the engine overheating or the radiator freezing, a life-saving advantage in emergency response.